Well, hello and welcome to Knife Delights. We're out here in a local township cemetery, nice and peaceful. Just a gorgeous day today, not overly hot, lots of sunshine, just very few clouds in the sky, light breeze. Boy, it just doesn't get any better than this for Iowa weather, I'll tell you what. Well, today is time for a 2 for Tuesday, and I got a little different one here going on today. I've had these for about a year now, and I've never shown them or never talked about them. But I walked into an antique store, and one of the vendors was just bringing these in. He had just bought them and was going to display them, and he gave me quite a deal on them. He says, "I'll sell you the pair of them for $30." And he was going to put $25 or $30 on each one of them, but he said, "If you take them off my hands right now, that's what I'll do for you." And what we have here is a pair of antique meat cleavers. Actually, this is more of a, well, I'll just use the generic term of a meat cleaver. We've got that one, and we've got this one here. Now, you know me, I like to show all kinds of cutlery on this channel, so this is another part of cutlery history. It's not sexy. You know, we don't have fancy bone handles, or like my recent purchase of the Yellow Horse Buck 112. I don't have fancy turquoise and all this and that, but it is history nonetheless. Now we want to start with this big one here, and it is huge. And this is actually two-handed, meant for two hands. And it even has this little hook right here to keep your hand from slipping off of it. So actually, it needs to be rotated around. But yeah, you can see two hands. Big and thick. It's heavy. I did an image search, and I got my little notes here. And this turns out to be a Plum brand, or Plum Anchor brand. And it was designed for heavy-duty carcass splitting. And it's very rusted. I sprayed this with some WD-40, went over it with just a light, not Brillo pad, but a light pad. Trying to take off some of it to see if I could see a tang stamp down in here. I've not brought it out yet. I cannot see it, so there's no actual maker's mark on it. But by going over this handle, you can see it's flat right in here. And then there's grooves around these handles, and the length and the size of this metal ferrule here, why it came back to be a Plum. I found another one online, so, and I got a little bit more information on the Plum brand. But you know, we're here in the rural area, so like anywhere in rural America, you had all kinds of meat packing places, local butchers and that, and that's what, you know, this would be used in like a butcher shop or a meat packing plant. This wasn't for the kitchen. So then the second one I found, or the second one that was with it, is this smaller one, and it seems to be for commercial use also, and there is a stamp in here. It says warranted. So tried to do a search for this, and there was all kinds of companies out there that had warranted, but most of them had some sort of a company stamp in the middle of the blade, and this one doesn't. It just says warranted. So I can't specifically identify what company made this, but there was a IFW and Son warranted, a Superior warranted, a Nichols Brothers warranted, and a Foster Brothers warranted. So I don't know who made it. I did find a definition. That's kind of curious why they would put warranted there. I'll put a slide up here just real quick, and you can see what that definition is. Okay, decided to move around here just a little bit, do some measurements here, and on this top one here, it comes in at 18.5 inches. I can't tell. I hope I'm getting this in the shot. And the blade up here at the top, that is well, 5.5, a little over 5.5. It could have been longer, might be worn down. And down here we got about 4.25. So as you can see, that's a big heavy duty. I'll just show you this something a little bit more up close. You can see here they probably used it to get through bone, because you can see they used to beat on it there. See how that's curled over from use. Okay. There's that handle. Very distinctive handle on it. Okay, and then here's the warranted. And this is just a little loose. But there's no company marking on it. Just a plain roundish handle to it. And there's the back side. I don't know, you can see here they were beating on it too, trying to probably get through some bone that's curled over. I don't know, these might end up on a workshop Wednesday. I know I definitely want to get the rust removed from them and cleaned up. And like on this one, it's not curled over too bad, so maybe I can file some of that back, get this one looking closer to new. On this one here, I mean, it's really been beat on. I think I'll leave that alone, because that just leaves some character. Look at that. This thing got a lot of use, and it is heavy. It is definitely heavy. Okay, so tell me what you think. Is it kind of cool to have antique cleavers? I hope you've enjoyed this 2 for Tuesday. Here at the end, I'm going to tack on just a little bit of the views from Mrs. KD's and I's drive out here today. So go out and have yourselves a very delightful day.